Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. I talk about books on this channel, mainly books about magic. If you want to see more of that, you can hit the subscribe button down below. And today we're going to be taking a new approach to the wrap up for the month. So as you may have seen on this channel, we started a new TBR game. I will have that link down below if you want to check it out. But the first month we had 25 prompts to fulfill on a bingo board. And because of this, I kind of wanted to vlog the experience and update the board as I went along to see if we got a bingo each month and kind of give you the results. So I didn't want to do this and a wrap up. So we're going to experiment with this being my wrap up for the month and seeing how I do vlogging each book and updating you. My goal is to update you at the end of each book when I have finished and kind of give you my thoughts like I would in a wrap up rather than necessarily updating you throughout the book. And then if the books are included in other vlog projects, I will just tell you where they ended up on the board and where you can find my full thoughts. That's my thoughts on how this is going to go. This is the first time we're doing it, and I'm not sure if we're going to do it again. We're all going to see how this works out. We're going to see how we like it. If I like it, if you like it, let me know your thoughts. But we are going to jump into the vlog right now. Hi everyone. So it is like July 11th and I am so sorry, but I haven't given you any updates on this vlog. Now to be fair, to be fair, I haven't been reading. I finished one book this month. It's The Binding by Bridget Collins, and it doesn't fit on my bingo board. I had to read it for the Can I Trust Nicole vlog that's going to be going up in the middle of this month. But I did do some other things on my bingo board. I did clean off my Pango shelf. I reduced prices. I added a new discount. I took some things off and put them in my donation pile, so those will be going soon. I did that. I did take some listings down and let's just kind of clean things up. I also went to the bookstore. I went to the bookstore yesterday, and I will try to remember to show you my haul from that. I have at least a picture that I will insert if I don't show you the whole thing tonight. And also I did something else. I forget what the other check mark was, but I need to finish some more books. But I'm hoping next week when I'm on vacation, I'll have more time to read. Unfortunately, this week, prepping for vacation has just been wild. Like with it being the 4th of July last week and like family obligations, stuff like that. And then this week has been crazy at work and also here at home. Last night I spent like all night running errands. It has just been crazy. So, yeah, hopefully some reading will happen next week, but right now it's not. It's also been extremely hot here, like over 90 every day this week, and it is currently lower than 80. So I am really excited to drive to work with my windows down and just not die of heat stroke because it is been intense. But yeah, that's my update for now, and I promise I will have more book updates very soon. Hey everyone, so it's early. I am obviously sunburned and I'm on family vacation and it's early in the morning. I have come out here for a little quiet time and I am starting a new book because I finished Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. We actually turned this into a family book club book and we're going to discuss it out on the beach today. I had to finish it by today and I finished it yesterday. So for this, I am actually going to pop this into the spot of my Libro FM library. I wish it fit a few more places because I'm reading so little this month, just after reading 40 things for the Amazing Readathon. I'm slowly getting my way through books. I'm also like busy. I was busy getting ready for this vacation and busy going on this vacation. So I'm not reading, my normal amount. But I think I'm currently also reading Discount Armageddon by Shauna McGuire. So that's also happening. But this is going to fit in the Libro FM library space. And I really don't know where my rating for this is going to end up because I enjoyed it, but I also felt like it didn't have a huge plot. Like I needed it to have a little more plot for it to get a higher rating from me. but it's beautifully written, but it does meander a lot. And I need a little more direction. I think Acevedo did a great job transitioning to adult, and the topics she was trying to cover were done beautifully. And I really loved all the characters. The characters felt really alive in this, and I feel like we're gonna have a lot to discuss at book club, but I also felt a little meandering. So good morning, everybody. So I am back from vacation. As you can tell, I'm on my regular back patio again, and I'm still a little sunburned. I don't know if you can tell in the vlog, but I'm still a little sunburned. Today is Sunday. I have a lot to do today to get ready to go back to work tomorrow, but I wanted to update you on bingo board wins. So we have Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. Like I said, this was a book club book with my family for our beach vacation. That was fun. This is going to end up at a 3.5. I do think the plot was quite meandering. Like, I don't know what the plot 100% was. And I did like the characters, but not all of them. Just overall, this was good, but like didn't wow me too much. So I will definitely read more from Elizabeth Acevedo, and I will definitely always prefer her audiobooks because she reads them herself, and this audiobook was incredible. So good, but there was also some weird formatting things because we kept going back and forth in time, and it was difficult to like parse that out in the audiobook. I was glad I was in immersion reading this because a lot of other people had trouble telling where we were or who was talking and stuff like that. So just some things that didn't work, even though the book overall was pretty good. This is going in my Libro FM library spot, and then I also had Discount Armageddon by Shauna McGuire, which was a buddy read with a friend, and I ended up really enjoying this. This is a cryptozoologist family who wants to preserve cryptids. They don't want to kill them, and they are fighting against the world to do that. And Verity lives in New York when someone from an organization comes to hunt down cryptids, and then both of them realize that there is a third force killing more cryptids than either one of them. So they decide to team up and take that on. I think this series follows different family members, but right now we're following Verity, and this was a really fun read. I really had a good time reading this, and I ended up giving this like 4 stars, like 3.5, 4 stars. So overall, good, a lot of fun. Some very like typical urban fantasy things that were a little bit like just run of the mill, and Verity probably isn't my favorite character, but this reminded me so much of Kate Daniels. This first book has a lot more polish than the first Magic Bites book does, but the kind of structure, format, setup of the story, even some of the organizations in here really reminded me of Kate Daniels. So that was really interesting. It makes me think I'm really going to enjoy this series. This went in the box of romance, since there was a romance in here, as well as the book I read with my coffee. That was another lifestyle prompt. So 2 boxes for this one for Family Lore, and you guys are all caught up, and I will be reading more today, hopefully. Wanted to update you on A Sure Thing by Joanna Lowell, and I loved this. It was so wonderful. In this, we're following Kit Griffith, who is forging a new life. He left his sisterhood of women artists to forge his own path and to live the life he's always wanted as a man, and he has severed some ties doing that. He's trying to adjust to this and kind of adjust to his new life and what's going on in society. And you know, he is a painter, and he's trying to figure out how to get his ability to paint back, while as Muriel is a botanist, and she is staying in Cornwall where Kit is for the summer, and the two of them sort of meet under hilarious circumstances and end up in a bike race together where they are competing against the local club in order to kind of put it to them that women can ride bicycles, because Muriel joins the race and wants to prove that she can keep up. It's hilarious. It's very sweet. I love so many of the discussions we had in here, so many of the things that Kit and Muriel had to discuss and face together in a historical fiction, as well as, you know, with their relationship, and it was just so lovely and sweet. I'm using this for water on the cover, and I think I would give this like a 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Had a great time. The dedication and the author's note at the end both made me cry, and I think I got a little weepy towards the end of this. Not full crying, but like a little weepy because it was very sweet, and it gave me all the feelings about their relationship, so that's always a good thing. And this was just a lovely historical fiction romance with trans representation, so great all the way around, and the cover is so cute. So this took up one spot. It is currently the 24th, and I'm reading Fathom Folk right now. I just started it, and by currently reading, I mean I'm like 10 pages in, so I will tell you more when I understand more, because I basically know nothing right now. But we'll see what I can finish in the next like week, because it has been a slow reading month. I have been very busy. I have also not had a lot of energy to read, and I'm hoping that I can kind of get some of, now that I'm back from vacation, I'm hoping I can get some of that energy back to kind of get back into my reading habits. So we'll see where we go. I will keep you updated on what I finish next. Hello everyone. So it is currently the 27th of July, and I wanted to update you on Fathom Folk by Eliza Chan. I'm outside and Amanda just started mowing like as I was starting this update, so I apologize for that. But yeah, so I was trying to read this all week. This is a Illumicrate book. Obviously, it's gorgeous. And I've been trying to read this all week. I had the audio book, and I was supposed to be buddy reading it with Beatriz. And neither one of us, like, we kind of fell off our buddy read. We were both busy. We both had stuff going on. And I was still trying to read it in the background, just not at the pace that we had set for the buddy read. And I didn't even make it 50 pages. Like, I got to the 50-page mark, and I am DNFing this book. There were 3 perspectives in this. We're following the 3 characters as they all end up in this city that is half underwater, and the city has these sea creatures, like these mythical sea creatures, like sea dragons and selkies and sirens, and we're following all these characters, but there's almost too much going on in the background without enough happening in the foreground. So there's all this stuff happening, but you don't know why, you don't have the context for it. And I spent so much time trying to figure out what was going on that I wasn't connecting with the characters. So I needed more world building and also maybe less characters. I don't know. I'm also very slumpy this month. I feel like it's one of those books that I'm DNFing now, and if I finished it, I'd give it like a 3-star, which isn't a bad rating. But when I'm not having a good time at the start, it's hard to like continue. It is Saturday the 27th, like I said, and I have been doing like a deep clean of my house this morning, and I don't feel like reading. I have been fighting reading this book all week. I've been stressed about Libby deadlines and getting things done by the end of the month. And today I've decided that I'm not gonna read unless I feel the urge. So we're gonna see how that goes. I have been watching BookTube all morning. My watch later list is atrocious between getting behind for Amazing Readathon and then being on vacation and busy this month. So I'm trying to catch up. Right now I am watching Danny's round 1 of Battle of the Booktubers, and this is an incredible series. If you haven't watched it, I will have the playlist linked below for round 1. I am enjoying it so much. It's absolutely awesome. Can't wait to find out what happened with all of that and see all the reveals, because like I said, I'm catching up. I'm also watching Neva's 24-hour sprints to try and keep me on track this morning, so I will also have Neva linked down below. But I am, before I go, have to tell you that I'm going to continue to put Fathom Folk on my bingo board. It is going to go in the Illumicrate and special edition spot because I tried really hard with this book. I spent a week trying to read this book and it just didn't work out. So, and like I said, me or the book, I don't know if we're ever gonna know. Hello everyone. So today has been a pretty chill day for me. I have been watching the Olympics and I'm also watching some sprints. I am catching up on my bullet journal and stuff, but I also finished Spy Family Volume 11. This is a manga series about a spy who enlists a wife and a child who also happen to be a assassin and a mind reader. He doesn't know that though, in order to accomplish a mission of infiltrating this school. And we are on volume 11, and this series is quite silly. It is also quite fun, and I really enjoy it. This volume was really good. These last few volumes, we've really dived deeper into the like political situation of the series and sort of explored that a little more rather than just the school and like our immediate family, which I have found really interesting and a little bit refreshing. Like it was a nice little break from always following the kids around the school or being on spy missions and stuff like that. We got a little bit deeper look at our characters and our world. So I liked this a lot, and I decided to put this in 2 spots. The first is the manga spot, the top corner, and then the bottom corner for continue a series, since this was in fact volume 11. And if you look at the bingo board, we are actually close to a bingo in a few places. I could get food on the cover and get 2 bingos down the one side and across. And then we also have, if I read a second book in a series, I could get a bingo. So pretty close here. We have 3 days left of the month, and I have been actually getting out of my reading slump here at the end of the month. I'm getting back in the swing of my life and booktube and also reading, so this is all good. I think taking yesterday off and spending it mostly watching booktube and kind of organizing things around my house, doing deep cleaning, stuff like that, has really gotten me back on track. But I hope to have at least one more update for you before the end of the month for something else that I finished, but we shall see how that goes. So we have officially hit the end of July. It's August 2nd today, and it's time to wrap things up here. So first I want to tell you that I finished The Murder of Mr. Wickham by Claudia Gray. This was my last read of July, and I'm glad it was, because this book has really been pulling me out of my slump. The last half of July was, the whole household was struggling, so it was a little rough around here. Anyway, The Murder of Mr. Wickham is a retelling-esque story. So basically we have all of Jane Austen's characters, and Claudia Gray has done the research to place them at different points in their lives. So for example, Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth have been married for 20 years, but Colonel Brandon and Marianne have only been married a few months. And we're sort of just following these characters go to a house party, and we get like the connections. Like it's very fun. Like there's characters from each of Jane Austen's works, plus, some of the next generation. So for example, Jonathan Darcy and Julia Tilney are like the next generation, and they are getting introduced, and then Mr. Wickham is murdered, and we have to figure out who did it. So it's a closed door mystery, as well as like an extrapolation of where Jane Austen's characters would be at different points post book. Very interesting character explorations. I really enjoyed that part of the book, as well as the mystery part. Like the mystery was very fun, I thought, and I really enjoyed Jonathan and Julia's efforts to investigate. So overall, just very fun and very interesting. I did think that this got a little repetitive in the fact that, so we have so many points of view. Like every character, when we're following them, we're in their point of view. So if we're following a husband and wife, we kind of get repetitive in the view of the characters and the view of the situations that they're in, because both spouses are explaining things to us. And it's not necessarily bad, but it did get a little repetitive to me towards the end of the book. But overall, I enjoyed this so much. My enjoyment was so high. I'm going to end up giving this a 4.5 stars at the end of the day. And it's also going to fit 2 spots on the bingo board of Next Libby, because this came in as a hold and I borrowed it, and it wasn't on my radar like to read this month, and I just decided it was time, came in, I loved it. It helped me solve my slump. It was great. And it was also a 5-star pick from a friend that Leandra from the TBR Zero gave this 5 stars. So I can put this both places. It still means I didn't get a bingo this month, unfortunately. So it looks like we're going to start our first bingo board without a bingo, which is unfortunate, but I am really proud of how much I got accomplished in July, knowing what was going on in my own life and like how busy I was and what, you know, just all of that good stuff. So I am happy with the result of this because 25 prompts was a lot and I got quite a few on this bingo board when you look at it. So I already have posted my TBR for August. So if you are interested in keeping up going forward, you can see that. I will have it linked. And also, I would love to hear your thoughts on if you like this type of vlog wrap up. Like, I was trying to use this vlog to both update you on the TBR progress as well as the ratings and everything. So to kind of use this format for my wrap up going forward. Let me know what you think. If you want this update or if you just want an update at the end of the month, just give me some thoughts. I would love some feedback on that because wrap ups are hard to do at the end of the month to remember everything, and I like this format, but I know I am not as good with telling you my full thoughts on a book in a vlog style. I have to get better at that. So anyway, for a quick little wrap up moment as well, I wanted to tell you that my TBR is currently at 90 books. So I'm really hoping that in August we can dip below 90 and stay there. Like, I'd like to get a good chunk of my physical TBR read in August. And by a good chunk, I mean like I'd like to reduce it by like 5. Before I go, I don't want to forget, I also participated in Mid-Year Reading Scramble this month, and this is my finished board for that, so no bingos anywhere. Like I said, it was a struggle of a month, and I wanted to really focus on this more and focus more on catching up on my goals and such, because I love the Mid-Year Reading Scramble. I've loved participating in it in the last few years, and if you aren't following Margaret for her Scramble readathons and her also just her great content, you should definitely check her out, because I definitely failed in participating in this month, and I feel bad about it because I usually get a great mid-year pickup from this, and July just wasn't on my side to participate in this. So that's unfortunate and I'm upset with myself, but we're gonna move on to the next month and try and participate in Pick-Pong-a-thon by Crystal over at Bond Book Reviews and Summer Scare Readathon by Jess over at Hex Library. Hopefully I have a little, I mean, Mid-Year Reading Scramble walked so that we can run in August, because I honestly like struggled through July. So that I got this much done and this kept me at least a little bit focused was really helpful. But yeah, so those are my readathons for August, and we're gonna see how it goes. But like I said, if you have any thoughts or feelings or want to share anything about this video format or the books that I talked about today, or what readathons you're participating in August, or you know how your physical TBR is going, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear it. If you aren't feeling chatty and you just want to leave me an emoji, leave me like a summer emoji of some kind. I'm thinking the wave or a sun or the emoji with the sunglasses. So whatever you're feeling. But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.